Imagine a 19-year-old tennis prodigy clinching the biggest title of his career on a global stage, all while rewriting history for his country. That's exactly what Joao Fonseca did at the Swiss Indoors Basel, leaving fans and critics alike in awe. But here's where it gets even more remarkable. Fonseca isn't just winning, he's breaking records and shattering expectations at every turn. Let's dive into this thrilling chapter of his meteoric rise. On October 26, 2025, Joao Fonseca etched his name into tennis history by defeating Alejandro Davidovich Fokina 6-3, 6-4 in the final of the ATP 500 event in Basel. This victory not only marked his second tour-level title but also crowned him as the third youngest ATP 500 champion since the series began in 1990. Fonseca's fearless performance in what he described as the biggest match of his life showcased his potential to dominate the sport for years to come. And this is the part most people miss: Fonseca's triumph is a monumental moment for Brazilian tennis. He's the first Brazilian to win a title above the ATP 250 level since the legendary Gustavo Kuerten claimed the ATP Masters 1000 crown in Cincinnati back in 2001. This win isn't just personal, it's a national milestone, reigniting Brazil's presence on the global tennis map. In a heartfelt post-match interview, Fonseca credited his family and coaches for their unwavering support. "It's crazy," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "My parents just flew in from Brazil, rerouted their trip to Paris, and arrived here just an hour before the match. Having them here for this moment is amazing." His gratitude and humility only add to the allure of his rising stardom. Fonseca's journey to Basel has been nothing short of spectacular. Last December, he won the next-gen ATP finals in Jeddah, and earlier this year, he secured his first top 10 win at the Australian Open, defeating Andrei Rublev. His title at the ATP 250 in Buenos Aires made him the youngest South American champion in the ATP Tour era since 1990. With his latest victory, Fonseca will soar to a career-high number 28 in the PIF ATP rankings, a staggering leap from his number 145 ranking at the start of the year. But here's the controversial part: while Fonseca's rise is undeniable, Davidovich Fokina's repeated final losses are becoming a hard-to-ignore pattern. The Spaniard, now 0-5 in tour-level finals, has lost 4 finals in 2025 alone, including heart-wrenching defeats in Delray Beach, Washington, and Acapulco. Is this a mental block, or is he simply facing tougher opponents at the wrong moments? Let's discuss in the comments. Does Fokina need a sports psychologist, or is he just one breakthrough away from turning his luck around? Fonseca's performance in Basel was a masterclass in aggression and precision. He hammered 15 winners in the first set, overwhelming Fokina with his power and baseline dominance. Despite missing a championship point at 5-3 in the second set, Fonseca held his nerve to close out the match in 86 minutes, leading their Lexus ATP head-to-head series 2-0. For Fokina, the loss is another bitter pill to swallow, but it's not all doom and gloom. He'll rise to a career-high number 15 in the PIF ATP Live rankings on Monday, proving that even in defeat, progress is possible. Yet, the question remains: can he finally break his final curse? Did you know? Fonseca is now the second youngest champion in the tournament's history, following in the footsteps of Jim Courier, who won in 1989 at the same age. This places Fonseca in elite company and underscores his potential to become a future Grand Slam contender. As Fonseca continues to rewrite the record books, one thing is clear: his rise is far from over. But what do you think? Is Fonseca the next big thing in tennis, or is it too early to crown him? And what advice would you give Fokina to finally get over the final hurdle? Share your thoughts below. Let's keep the conversation going.